Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Ebony. I am a human design reader expert and coach, and today we are continuing the Simple Business Success series, and we're going to be talking about the biggest challenge that each type will need to overcome when they are starting a business. This is by no means an exhaustive list. This is just the biggest issue that may come up for each energy type in business. If you are interested in getting this information in an easy to read PDF, you can get the free download in my description box. Also, I am opening up my Simple Business Academy for the month of August. So if you are interested in getting a solid foundation to your business, aligning your business to your human design and your gene keys, this academy is going to cover everything that you need for a solid foundation. You're going to walk away with a social media plan, a launch plan, a solid business structure, a fully fleshed out offer, all of the things you're going to need. You are also getting a satisfaction guarantee. So my goal with this program is to get you your first client or your next client or your first sale or your next sale. And if you don't, within the 3 months that we work together, I will work with you until you do. So all of the information for that will be in the description box as well. And let's go ahead and jump into the video. So starting with manifestors, the biggest challenge that manifestors are going to have to overcome when they're starting their business or when they're in their business is trusting themselves. Okay. You are the leaders, right? You're the cutting edge of the collective, right? You are the one who has to go first. This requires a tremendous amount of trust in yourself. You cannot go first if you are constantly looking over your shoulder, if you're constantly second guessing yourself, if you're constantly doubting yourself and your ability to do the things that you want to do. Okay, now self-doubt and apprehension is normal. It's a normal human emotion, but it cannot be crippling. Okay? You're going to need to develop such a strong sense of trust in yourself, trust in your expertise, because people are watching you. We are always going to be following your lead. So a part of this is going to be really leaning into your authority, really leaning into your strategy, and trusting your guidance, and trusting that there are going to be people who are going to follow you. There are going to be people who aren't going to like you also, because that's the thing about manifestors. Either you love them or you hate them. And that is good. You want that. You want there to be people who don't like you, because you only want the people around you who are going to absolutely love you and want to follow you and want to follow your guidance and follow your lead. That is what you want. And you want to be able to cut through the people who do like you and the people who don't like you. You want that to be a very clear line of demarcation. These are the people who fuck with me and these are the people who don't. That is what you want as a manifestor. So developing that trust in yourself, developing that trust in your abilities, and embracing the fact that there are going to be people who aren't going to like you, that's something that manifestors are really going to have to overcome when it comes to business. Okay? Moving on to manifestors. I'm sorry, not manifestors. We just did manifestors. Moving on to generators. The biggest struggle that generators are going to have to overcome is this idea that they have to do something so they can get something. It's like having an ulterior motive, having an agenda, right? The only reason that a generator should have for doing something is that it is going to bring them satisfaction. In everything that you do, there needs to be some sort of fulfillment, some sort of satisfaction, some sort of pleasure involved. That is the only way that this is going to work, because your sacral center is central to how you operate. It is central to your energy. If you are not constantly feeding it, you are going to burn out. What I see all the time is generators who are like, I'm going to do business coaching because people will pay for it. I'm going to do health and fitness coaching because I can be successful. They might hate talking about health. They might hate talking about business, but they're going to do it because they think it's going to make them money. That is not going to be sustainable for you long term. You are going to get burned out because you do not like it. It's not satisfying for you. It's not fulfilling for you. And you must be fulfilled and satisfied with what you are doing, or it's not going to be sustainable. If you are completely suffering while you are talking about something, while you're doing something in your business, that is something that you're going to need to delegate immediately, as soon as you can. Okay? So what generators are going to need to do is find the thing that they love, find the thing that lights them up, find the thing that satisfies them and fulfills them, and find the thing that they can be successful with. Because a lot of people will say, oh, you can't make money being a healer. And yet there are healers who are making $10,000 a month. There are healers who are, making just enough to get by, and they're fine with that. You can make money doing anything. There's people selling vintage yo-yos for millions of dollars. Yo-yos. So honestly, at this day and age, and in this, the year of our Lord 2024, I don't want to hear that I can't make money doing blah, blah, blah. Because there's people who make millions of dollars just for waking up in the morning and posting a minute-long TikTok video. So I really don't want to hear it. Okay? It might take a little bit of time, and that's a different story altogether. But there is absolutely a way for you to make money doing the thing you love. There is. Maybe it wasn't true back in the 60s. I promise you it's true today. I promise you. So, as a generator, you need to find that thing that both fulfills you and satisfies you and also can make you money. Okay? That's going to be your struggle in business, because there's going to be a part of you that's like, oh, we should do this because it's going to make us money. No. Do not fall victim to that. Okay? Okay. Moving on to manifesting generators. The biggest challenge for manifesting generators is going to be this feeling that you are not good enough. Okay? Because as manifesting generators, you move faster than just about everyone else. All right? And you master things very quickly. You get very, very good at things in a very short period of time. And this can cause you to feel like an imposter. It's very big imposter syndrome for manifesting generators. Okay? And this is especially true if you have either the 1648 channel, or even if you just have gate 48. That imposter syndrome, that feeling of inadequacy, you're going to feel that even more. And this is coming from a manifesting generator with the 1648 channel. It's super not fun. Okay? I remember in 2020, when I first discovered human design and I first started diving into the system, I was doing it 24/7. I got very, very good at learning the system, at explaining the system in a very short period of time. I think within 3 to 4 months, maybe, I was giving readings because I just had an understanding of it, and I was able to talk about it in a way that people were like, oh, she knows what she's talking about. That's crazy. It was a very short period of time before I started making money through guiding people through human design. And I felt like a fraud the entire time. Even though people were like, oh my God, this is amazing. Oh my God, this is helping me so much. It was still like, do I really know what I'm talking? To this day, I've been doing this for 3 years. I still feel like that sometimes. Okay. So as a manifesting generator, your biggest challenge is going to be understanding that you just learn things very quickly. You master things very quickly. And even though you haven't been doing it for that long, right? You don't have that super long bank of experience. You are here to master things very quickly. You are here to redefine what it means for something to be realistic. You're here to redefine what is possible. And teaching something actually helps you to learn it better. It helps you to complete that cycle of mastering something. Teaching is a part of your mastery process. So when you're feeling like, oh, I don't know enough to be teaching this, no, if you're trying to teach something, if you're learning something and then trying to teach it, you are exactly where you're supposed to be in your cycle. Okay, so now let's move on to projectors. And the biggest challenge that projectors will face in business, we have talked about this so many times before on my channel. It is the issue of needing validation and needing recognition. Now, there is nothing wrong with needing validation and needing recognition because, as we discussed in one of the earlier videos, recognition is so important for you if you are a projector. However, caveat, you need to go first. You need to validate yourself first. You need to recognize yourself first. And then the external validation comes. If you are a projector and you are solely relying on the people outside of you to validate your knowledge, to validate your wisdom, to validate your business, it's not going to work. Okay? Because it's fleeting. As you know, unfortunate as it is, the recognition of people, right? Your audience, your friends, your family, it is fleeting, right? Because people got other things to do, right? And you really do thrive when you're in that state of being recognized. So you need to make sure that you are validating yourself, that you are recognizing yourself first. So then the invitations and the ability for you to be recognized by other people can be nurtured and can be fostered, right? Because if you don't do this, right? If you don't validate yourself first, what you're going to do is shift yourself, is shift your message, is shift your business and shift who you are in order to gain that external validation, which is then pushing you out of alignment. You are not living in your truth. You are not living in your expertise. You are trying to be whoever the people want you to be so that they will then validate you. And that is not how you are meant to work. You are meant to guide the energy. You are not here to let the energy guide you. Okay, remember that you are the expert, you are the guide, you are here to move the energy, not the other way around. So your biggest challenge is going to be making sure that you are recognizing yourself, making sure that you are validating yourself, and that you are not shifting who you are and what you do in order to get validation from people and things outside of you. Okay? Oh my goodness. So lastly, we have reflectors. And the biggest the biggest challenge that reflectors are going to come up against in terms of business is feeling overwhelmed. Okay. And this can happen honestly with reflectors in any area. Overwhelm is a big thing for reflectors in general because you are completely open. Every point, every place in your design, when it comes to centers, you are taking in energy from other people, and that can be extremely overwhelming. And if you let it consume you, it can be detrimental, right? If you are overwhelmed by energy, you're not actually able to reach is not the word I want to use, but it's the word I'm going to use. You're not able to reach your intuitive insights, right? Because everything is coming at you so fast and you're not able to sift through it. And it's like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. I don't know. Everything is happening so fast. It's coming at me so fast. I can't decipher it, right? Or what's even worse, if you let it consume you, or if you take on other people's energy as your own, you could become codependent on it. So it's like, I don't know how to do this without this person. I don't know how to do this if this energy isn't there. So I'm just not going to do anything. Right? Remember, you are a reflector, not an absorber. Okay? You are not here to absorb people's energy and take it on as your own. You are merely here to reflect it. You are a mirror. You feel the things, you give your insight, you give ways for people to prepare for what is coming, and then you release it. You let it go. It's not yours. It's not your problem. The only reason that you are even experiencing it is because you are able to guide people where they need to go to prepare for what is coming. That is the only reason. You are the quality control. You are not the vacuum cleaner. You're not the one who sucks up everyone's negative energy so that they can feel better. You are simply reflecting to them what they need to do in order to feel better, right? Because you can see it. You know what the problem is, right? You're feeling everyone's stuff at one time. You're feeling the stuff of the universe. You're like, oh, this is being caused by this. They're probably not aware of that. Let them know that this is actually happening. And then you release it. You let it go. Some reflectors get stuck in that letting go part. They don't do it. And they wonder why they're walking around with 15 pounds of toxic energy that isn't theirs. It's like, what am I doing wrong? You're not doing anything wrong. You're just not releasing the things that don't belong to you. Okay, so I hope that made sense. Again, if you would like to have all of this information in a easy to read PDF, that will be down in the description box. You can download that for free. And if you are interested in a Simple Business Academy, all of the information for that will also be in the description box. It's a 3-month group coaching program. You will leave the program with a launch plan, a social media plan, content ideas, a solid message, a fully fleshed out program that you can start to sell. And if you don't make your first sale or your next sale or get your first client or your next client by the time we're done working together, I will work with you until you do. 100% satisfaction guarantee. So you really have nothing to lose. All of that information is in the description box, and I will see you in the next video.